All right, this video is on section 1.1 of our textbook, so chapter 1, section 1, and it is on straight time pay. The objective is we're going to calculate straight time pay, hourly rate, and even hours worked. We're going to start with some vocabulary. These might be terms that are familiar, which is totally great, especially, if you've had jobs before. A lot of this stuff is probably familiar to you. So we're going to start with hourly rate. So hourly rate is just the fixed amount that a person makes per hour. Your straight time pay, this is going to be the amount that you're going to get on your paycheck. So the amount, the total amount earned for the pay period. Now, we figure this out by, there's like a super easy formula. We take our straight time pay. This just equals our hourly rate times the number of hours worked. And then our last, but not least, vocab word is gross income. Your gross income is just going to be the amount that you're paid before taxes and other deductions. So if you have a job, you've probably seen that where you have your gross income and then like your net income. So we're just talking about gross income today. Your gross income is the amount that you make before any taxes are taken out of your paycheck. For our first example, Dwight is a paper salesman. He makes $7.60 per hour and he works 40 hours each week. We want to calculate his straight time pay for the week. So remember, your straight time pay is just how much you make per how many hours you work. So what we're going to do is just take $7.60 and times it by 40 hours, which gives us $304. So Dwight makes $304 per week. All right, for example 2, we have Oscar, who's an accountant. He makes $19.50 per hour and works 40 hours each week. Again, we're going to calculate his straight time pay for the week. So we're going to do the same thing. We take how much he makes per hour. We multiply it by the number of hours he works. So $19.50 times 40 gives us that he makes $780 per week. All right, example 3 is a little bit different. Here we have Angela, who also works as an accountant. She makes $22.50 per hour. We want to know how many hours a week does she have to work if she earns $522 per week. So here we're trying to find the amount of hours that she works. So we're going to make an equation. So if we let x equal the number of hours, so the number of hours worked. So then we kind of just plug it into our equation, our straight time pay equation. So we know we take how much we make per hour, we multiply the number of hours worked, that equals our straight time pay, which this time we have. Now we have a one-step equation that we know how to solve. You guys have been solving these since Algebra 1. So we're going to divide both sides by 2250 to cancel that out, which is going to give us 23.2. So Angela has to work 23.2 hours in order to make $522 per week. All right, for our last example, we have that Pam is an office manager. She earns $14.40 per hour. We want to know how many hours per week must she work if she wants to earn approximately $550 per week. So again, we're going to set up the same exact thing we just did before. X is going to be the hours worked. So that's what we're trying to find. So we're going to say that 1440 times X equals $550. So now we just solve for X, which means we divide both sides by 1440. which tells us that X equals 38.19, but let's go ahead and round that up to 38.2. So round up to 1 decimal. So Pam needs to work 38.2 hours in order to get $550 per week.